Bloody hell, the Cannonball's ragdoll like you wouldn't believe. G'day guys, this is Captainoob here, and this is the trench gun. So this is basically a highly customizable standalone shotgun that you can get off the Nexus or off Bethesda.net if you're playing on PC or Xbox One. Let's get into the attachments here. Obviously we're going to take this right up to the advanced receiver, hell yeah. Next for the barrels, we want to put a rifle barrel. Yeah, that doesn't make sense, but whatever, we'll roll with it. We'll chuck that on for better range and spread, and we've got a bunch of grips to choose from. We'll go and chuck on, let's say, the rifle stock because that looks kind of cool. Next up for the magazine, we'll put the quick eject mag on. As you'll see, the magazine is a little bit strange in this weapon, but we'll talk about that once I get onto it. So for the scopes or optics, I'll just chuck on a front ring sight because I've never seen a glow ring sight. The one that's on the combat shotgun is inaccessible for some reason, and we get a bunch of muzzle attachments for it too. So we'll go ahead and check on, let's see, the muzzle brake. That looks fine. Now you can put an accessory on this weapon. You can have a shell holder there, which increases your reload speed, which is a pretty good deal, and it kind of makes sense. And you can actually change your ammo type to either buckshot or slug. We'll keep this on buckshot now, but we'll grab a slug shotgun later, and we'll use it when we get into Gunner's Plaza. This thing is also compatible with legendary effects. We won't put any on for now because the damage looks good enough, but if we so need it, we shall definitely put it on. Alright, let's go into the plaza and see what this bad boy can do. Alrighty, so here's the trench gun, and let's take out Gunner's Plaza. So there's the front little glow sight rings there, it looks pretty good. And looking down the sights of the gun, it doesn't really line up properly, but whatever. You don't really need to aim with shotguns all that much. So down goes the first gunner, and as we enter the reload animation, you might recognize it from the lever action rifle. Yep, so the animations of this weapon is definitely the lever action rifle. So this thing, being a trench gun, should be pump action, but it's not. It's just lever action. So I guess a better name for it would be a lever action shotgun, but what do you do? As you can tell, the power of it is okay. I mean, I'd expect a shotgun to take out a legendary gunner a little bit quicker than that, but we'll press on anyway. Gunner private should go down nice and easily. Took 2 shots there, which is a little bit disappointing, but whatever. At least these turrets might go down nice and easily. Yeah, alright, I'll give it that much. And going into third person here, you can tell that, yeah, that's definitely the animations for the lever action rifle. Just on a shotgun. Yeah, shoot him in the face, and it takes about half his health down. So I do think this shotgun is definitely lacking in power somehow, which is strange because usually the shotguns do a little bit better damage. One thing to note about this weapon is it's extremely loud. Normally the weapons I go through here aren't don't really get me detected by everyone in the room like this trench gun has, which kind of is cool because it's a big loud shotgun, but at the same time, any sneak attack criticals that I might get, you know, there's not going to be any. So we'll go and melee this gunner to death, and we'll shoot this guy, and then we'll bring out the slug version of this weapon. I've got this one fitted for more VATS combat because shooting a big slug is going to be, you know, you're going to rely more on accuracy for it, and looks like the crosshairs are completely crossed, so there's no deviation whatsoever, so that's bizarre. Okay. Not what I expected, but I'll take it, sure. Alrighty, so there's a couple of gunners around here. Might as well start popping some crits. Let's see how we do with one against the commander. Definitely takes his head off nice and fine. Headshot on him almost takes him out, and we get an easy body shot. See how the legendary gunner goes? Okay, so we're able to take out targets a little bit better with the slug, but it kind of goes against the whole use of a shotgun to have it firing just one big sort of metal projectile, but whatever. Slugs are cool. Although sometimes the damage is just not enough. I might have to chuck some legendary effects on before we take on Old Swan because this is not working as well as it probably should. Alrighty. Go ahead and do a little bit of VATS here. We've got decent accuracy of this weapon even though it's short as possible. So that's definitely a plus of this weapon. Very good in VATS. Can we pacify this dude? Yep. Let's get a sneak attack crit on him. Oh, maybe not. Looks like we missed a turret or something down there. We'll go take him out. Who did I miss? No, wait, I was wrong. It was just the people on the roof. Nope, just the turrets on the roof. We'll take them out. There goes one to a sneak attack crit. And number 2 goes down to a sneak attack crit. So it's a pretty damn good weapon, I suppose. You're not going to get any more performance out of it than you would just a regular combat shotgun, but it's nice and balanced if you look at it that way. We'll move on to Swan now, and we'll chuck some legendary effect on this weapon to make sure it's viable. Alrighty, so I've gone ahead and chucked on the fragmentation effect on the buckshot trench gun, and this will give me explosive and wounding at the same time, which is cool, and we're definitely going to need the damage. And for the slug throwing version, I've just chucked on the furious effect because we should have fun with that. So let's go into monsters. Alrighty, here's Swan, and this is the fragmentation trench gun. Let's see what we can do. Oh yeah, that's some good damage. Explosive never goes wrong with a shotgun, I can tell you that much. And that wound damage keeps on stacking. Yes, this is definitely going to be an easy kill. And surprisingly, he hasn't detected us yet, which is pretty good. Alright, now he's tossing rocks at us, means it's go time for Swan. But we'll go ahead and smack him in VATS a few times. Might as well throw in a few crits in there just to add insult to injury at this point. Good miss. Good miss again. There we go, alright. So he wants to make this all close and personal, which is not the way I like to play explosive shotguns. So we'll go ahead and try to break up his pathing as best we can. Quickly reload that, thank you. Shouldn't be much left of him now, just gotta get these last few shots in and we should have a dead Swan. Oh man, that was close. If that hammer slammed down, I would have been dead. So there you have it, there's the trench gun with a fragmentation effect, and damn, it's good. Let's go test out the furious slug thrower against something a little more scary. Alrighty, so there's a giant deathclaw over there. Let's cut him down to size with our slug throwing trench gun of the furious variety. So hopefully from here we'll be able to get a couple of VAT shots on him. We certainly can. And judging by this thing's action point usage, as you can see there, we're going to get heaps and heaps of shots and VATs, and that'll definitely help us to stack that furious damage, even though this is a relatively low rate of fire weapon. Although we might be slightly out of range for the shotgun's use and getting a half damage penalty, we should be able to kill him nice and easily. You can see the damage there is getting a little bit better each time. Luckily for us, this thing has no deviation, so we're just free to just shoot him like this from all the way over here with no problems. Plus there's no wayward splash damage to kill those red scorpions that he's currently focused on, so he can sit here nice and safe for just a little bit longer. Still getting those glorious sneak attack crits as we go into our second VATS run here, and according to VATS, at his health bar gone, we should have beat him by the end of this VATS run, and look at all that damage. That would probably be thousands and thousands of damage stacked on him, and goodbye Mr. Deathclaw. Okay, so it's established that our furious weapons are good. Wow, who'd have guessed? We'll go change legendary effect of the buckshot one, and we'll go take on just one more monster. I feel like eating seafood tonight, so let's go kill some crabs and see that happens. Alright, so there's the crabs. Now this thing is fitted with the cannonballing effect, which means every single one of its shotgun projectiles turns into cannonballs. Hell yeah. So, apart from making the sound all glitched out and everything, you can tell that this thing does a hell of a lot of damage. There goes one lobster. That's definitely some good eatings for one night. We'll try to take on this dude now. We've got Nerd Rage happening. We should be able to do heaps of damage to him. Looks like I killed something else. Although I'm worried about that Mirelurk Overlord because he does a lot of damage. Alrighty. So, Nerd Rage is over. Looks like this is going to be my final shot at him. We'll go for a crit. And wow, that doesn't do a lot of damage. But luckily, we got enough XP to advance to the next level, so we get a free health top up, which is nice. Which I pretty much immediately wasted as I was shot by I was clawed, I should say, by a giant cataclysmic froggy type dude. So we'll go ahead and try to avoid his sonic beams and screeches, and we'll go ahead and keep backing off as we fire lots of cannonballs at him. And looks like even the baby dudes want a piece of this action, but they will not last long since their queen is dead. So we'll go ahead and clean up just with a couple of gun bashes. Don't need anything too hardcore for these little dudes. Mind you, you probably want yourself a good pair of boots to stop those ankle biters from nipping at you, but well. Alrighty, so there you have it, the trench gun standalone shotgun. So it's a pretty damn good one. Augment it with legendary effects to make it viable for taking on monsters, and you should be fine. If you'd like to see this in your own game, check out the description below. I will be sure to chuck down the mods in there, so you can be sure to check out the description below. I shall place the mod links in there so you can get this for yourself. Thank you for watching, guys.